Good morning, my dear students. Today we will start another topic of class 12th, that is Rikli and Jones Senior Citizen Test. There are 6 types of tests which are discussed in your syllabus, that is chair stand test, arm curl test, sit and reach flexibility, back scratch test, 8 foot up and go test, and another one is 6-minute walk test for aerobic endurance. First of all, what is Rikli and Jones test for senior citizen? So, this is senior citizen test was developed by Roberta Rikli and Dr. Jesse Jones. It consists of 6 easy and simple tests that assess the functional fitness of senior citizen. The tests are easy to understand and effectively test to measure aerobic fitness, the strength and the flexibility of senior citizen. The main purpose of these tests are to check the fitness ability of senior citizen. Now come to the test. The first test is chair stand test. This test checks the length, strength and endurance. Basically this test is for lower body strength, to check the lower body strength. The equipments required in this test are a chair without arms, stopwatch, pen and paper. Now comes to the procedure, how this is to be done. First of all, the participant should sit in the middle of the chair, keep his hand on the opposite shoulder crossed at wrist, feet flat on the floor, repeat sit-ups and down for 30 seconds, and the score to be considered by the number of complete chair stand up and down equals to 1 stand. Now have a look to the video, it will help you to understand. Now come to the second test, that is arm curl test. This test measures upper body strength and endurance, and the equipment required are 4-pound dumbbell for women and 8-pound dumbbell for men, and a chair without armrests and a stopwatch. Now come to the procedure of this test. The aim of test is to do as many arms curled as possible in 30 seconds. This test is conducted on the stronger arm side. The person sits on the chair holding the dumbbell weight and arm is vertically downward position beside chair. Curl the arms up through a full range of motion and afterward arm down. Repeat this action as many times as possible within 30 seconds. The number of complete curl action up and down considered as 1 is a score. Now have a look to the video. Now come to the third test. This is sit and reach flexibility test. The purpose of this test is to measure the lower body flexibility, and the equipment required are a ruler, straight back chair without arm, a pen and a paper. And the procedure of this test is the person sit on the edge of chair, 1 foot on floor, whereas other leg is extend forward with the knee straight, heel on floor, the angle bend at 90 degree. One hand on top of other, the palm should be downward. Then the person is instructed to inhale, then exhale and reach toward the toe by bending at the hip. The distance between toe and fingertip is measured in inches. If fingertip touch the toe, the score is 0. If it does not touch the toe, then distance between toe and fingertip is negative. If it overlaps the toe, then the score is positive. Perform this test twice and consider the best one. Now have a look to the video. Now the next test is back scratch test. This test measures the general range of motion of shoulder as well as we can see the upper body flexibility. The equipment required in this test is ruler, pen or paper. Now come to the procedure of this test. Test is done in a standing position. One hand is placed behind the head over the shoulder and reach as far as possible down the middle of back, whereas palm touching the body and finger directly down. Place the other hand behind the back palm facing outside and finger upward and reach up as far as possible, attempting to touch or overlap the middle finger of both hands. If finger touch each other, then score is 0. If they do not touch, then measure the distance between fingertips as positive score, and if it overlaps, then measure the distance as negative score. Our next test is 8 feet up and go test. This test is designed to measure speed, agility, coordinative ability and balance while moving. And the equipments required are stopwatch, straight back chair, cone marker, measuring tape, safe and clean area. Now come to the procedure of this test. Place the chair against wall and mark a cone 8 feet away in front of chair. Clear the path between the chair and the marker. The person sits on chair, hands resting on knee and feet flat on floor. On the command go, timing start and person is instructed to walk, not running, around the cone as quickly as possible and sit down on the chair. Scoring is conducted as time taken to perform it. 2 trials are conducted and the lowest time in second is considered for scoring. Now have a look to the video. Last test is 6-minute walk test. This test is used to measuring aerobic fitness and the equipment required are measuring tape, stopwatch and cone. The process of this test is the walking course straight is laid in rectangle area with cone marking the area at regular interval. The aim of test is to walk as quickly as possible for 6 minutes to cover maximum distance. Persons sit there on place. They can take rest if desire. Measure the distance covered by a person in 6-minute walk test in meters. Now have a look to the video.